Hi everyone, it is Danny from Danny with a Planny here on YouTube and on Instagram. I am here today to go over my October haul. I think one of these came in like right at the tail end of September, but I'm just gonna throw it in with my October stuff. So I have the Paper Trail Plans, and I have the Pretty Pinko and Dash of Sun and Letters to Apollo so far. It's kind of currently when I'm filming this, it's like mid-October, so I think I have a few more things coming this month. So this is like probably only a little bit. We'll also see how long this is because these two in particular are really thick. Um, so if you're new, welcome. Sorry, I should have probably done that at the beginning. If you're new, welcome. I do planner related things. I have hauls up on my channel. I have a plan with me. I do some journaling stuff. So I'm trying to develop some more content for my channel, just like what I'm interested in, craft wise, planner wise. So I hope you guys enjoy and stick around. And I think I'm gonna start with, I really kind of want to start with the Letters to Apollo because I want to use some of this stuff pretty quickly for my journal, so my daily journal. So I want to go over that, and then I'm probably going to go over Paper Trail Plans just because there's also stuff in there that I want to use. Okay, so game plan, and I'll be back in just a second. This is Letters to Apollo, and I do PR for this shop. Jess has been really like doing a stellar job, especially I feel like for me in the journaling kind of side of things, for my like new journaling habit that I'm totally buying into. But I am kind of part of the more planner side of the her shop. She has some planner PR people at like more of memory planning or A5 wide, B6 kind of planners. And then she has some girls on the team that are more like on the journaling side of the community. But I will say a lot of the planners, the planner girls are also like diving into some of this journaling stuff like me. So it's kind of fun to see her journey as well, Jess's journey, because Jess has totally started going towards the journaling side of things as well. So this is a planner freebie. We worked on it together as a group and we really enjoy how it came out. It's on washi paper and you can get different colors. So it's a random pull. Last time I think I got gold. This time I got rose gold. I'm hoping to get a silver one to complete my collection. Okay, so I'm like, where do I even start? Just because I'm so excited with it. Let me do this first. Okay, so Jess has come up with an amazing idea. And I am like so excited about this idea. So this is a new product in her shop and like that I've never seen before in any shop. This is called, she's calling this her mood board, and it is one sheet. And I mentioned this in a live that I did, not a live, a stories that I did on YouTube. I'm not sure how they do it in production, but like from what I can gather, it looks like there's a cut down the middle, and so they're able to fold it so that you can put it in your journal. So hold on, let me grab a journal real quick. Okay, so this is my Leela journal. So the idea of this mood board, let me zoom out just a wee bit. So the idea of this is that you can just kind of take it on the go with you. So you can, and have like almost a week, maybe a week, depending upon how you're using it, and just kind of tuck it in, and you are able to go wherever you want. So it makes it really nice to plan, like I'm saying, on the go. But yeah, so it fits very nicely. This is, what size is this? I always forget what sizes of things I get. I think it's an A5, if I'm not mistaken. So, so yeah, fits very nicely inside of an A5. And would obviously fit nicely into an even smaller size as well. So just throwing that out there. You can also like if you get any of the extras, they'll also fit like inside, and you can throw them in too. So just throwing that out there. And this kind of adds like a nice protective layer too, because it like is the backing, so it seems more protected, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so anyways, going back to the mood board and how like amazing I feel like this is. So I think, let me zoom in just a little bit. Sorry, I'm just trying to, okay. That way it's still, I think, enough zoomed out where you can see the whole thing, but also like enough zoomed in where you're getting some of the details. Okay, so on the side, there are 4 like box pages. They're not full box size from an A5 wide perspective, but they are like a good, like they're representing that kind of thing, the boxes. So in this first one, it says Autumn's golden light is a gentle nudge to appreciate the warmth and comfort in our lives. But I love this house in the background, and this I'm thinking of using in the for like the week of Christmas, excuse me, Thanksgiving, because of that little scene right there. And then like cooking and like the leaves blowing. So fun. And then there's these swatches here, like scenic swatches. And then she has some journaling as pieces throughout. So this is like torn paper washi. This says thankful. I love the little, the like, what are they called? Paint swatches, that's what they're called. And there's one down here too. And then the photos here is fun. They're already layered for you. And then the photo frames there are really fun. So just some, and then some extra journaling, like the girls and the sweater. So this is such a fun, like, kind of combination of all the things that you would need. And then of course I wanted to pick up some florals to go with this kit. So this is Cozy Corners. If you are not like a journaler, she did come out with this Cozy Corners in an A5 wide like standard weekly kit, so you can pick it up that way too. And then here is the Cozy Corners florals. I got them on transparent matte. Or no, sorry, washi paper. This was on washi paper too, just in case I didn't say that. And then I also picked up the washi on washi paper. I loved this lace and I could not resist, so I definitely picked it up. Very excited to plan with this in my journal, my daily journal. And then the other one that I picked up, that is a mood board, because this was her first release of the mood boards, was the Picture Perfect. Now I am not like usually a big fan of photo kits, so I was like, but maybe I can do them in my journal. So, and Jess always does a really good, like, I've always appreciated her take on journaling or photo kits, so I wanted to try it. All right, so here we have a horse, and that reminds me of my grandparents' horse that they had, and when they had horses back in the day. And then there is like a farmhouse with the smoke and the chickens, a cup of coffee, and then it's like a stamp on that one. I think those are mushrooms in there. Yeah, mushrooms for sure. Okay, and then white pumpkins, a kitty cat sleeping. Some of those journaling elements, some deco, some more deco on this side, those frames, and then some stamp stuff. This one says autumn. I appreciate that she's not putting a month so that you can kind of put your own month. So, and then fall bucket list, which is cute. So while they are semi-similar in that like you're getting, you are getting boxes on the side, some swatches, and then some torn washi, the frame. They are also different, so you're getting different elements depending upon what you're picking up. So I appreciate that too. Okay, so that is the Picture Perfect mood board. Both of them are in rose gold, if I didn't say that. And then to go with the picture perfect, I got these large florals. And I also got the journaling sheet to go with it. I think I was like falling in love with that, so one of the reasons I picked it up. Okay, so that is the like journaling type stuff that I got, and she also did these, which were the plaid, and I got them in the 3 colors, and it is on tearable washi paper, able to be torn washi paper, so that will be fun to also bring in to either these kits that I got or these journaling mood board kits that I got, or to some of my fall spreads. Okay, so that is what I got from Letters to Apollo. I'm hoping that I get another order in from her because she had another release last weekend that I am like dying over. She has a current winter Christmas one out that's like what color? It's just like those light pinks, pastel colorway, which is really cute. So I'm like probably looking at buying that one. Anyway, so you can put my name, Danny 10, in the notes to save on any of this stuff that you see here, and put planner in the notes to seller to get the freebie. Okay, these are super big stacks, guys. Like so chunky. Okay, I'm gonna go over this one. This one came in the mail first. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to pull these. And oh, they're so good. Okay. All right, IPR for Paper Trail Plans. This is my freebie. Like, it's in rose gold, and I am like in love with how like girly it is, which like growing up I was not girly, I was a tomboy, so this is, I don't know, I feel like planner lets me kind of show my girly side. And then I got Tara's freebie. Hers is like clouds and birds themed, very cute. It's in gold, light gold, I think it's in light gold. Okay, and then all orders get this very generous freebie of for fall. So I think it's a random pull, and this one is in gold. They're like traditional gold, and then this, I guess technically is not like, it is like gold, but they call it their modern gold. So traditional is their more hot gold, or warm gold. So, okay. And then I did put in the, if you sign up for their email, they have, I'm going to put this off to the side because I need to like kind of break this up. Okay, if you sign up for their email, they'll have a question within their email. And if you answer the question when you're checking out, like in the notes to seller, where you would put like whose name you want for your freebie, you can answer the question and you will get their email freebie. So this one goes with the Firefly kit that they re-released, and they actually rebrought it back. So it is still in the shop if that is something you're interested in. I don't, like, you can no longer get this freebie with it, but it's only for like that weekend that they're doing the sale. But you can totally use Danny 15 to save 15% off on the Firefly kit or anything that you see here, because all of this I got the weekend that it was on sale, so it's no longer on sale, but you can always use Danny 15. Okay, to save if they're not on sale is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to organize this a wee bit. Sorry, I probably should have done that beforehand. Okay, so this was the collection, the new collection that came out. Then I have some Firefly additions that I picked up because I already had the kit. I just haven't planned with it yet. And then these are some of their like basics that I also got. So I'm gonna put those off to the side and go over this kit. It's pumpkin. This was the pumpkin freebie that I got. So that was from the email. Okay, all freebies over here. Okay, I'm so excited for this. I'm definitely planning on using this in my journal. So that's why. Why are you doing that, light? Stop it. Okay, sorry. I don't know if there was like flashing on the. It is really windy outside right now, so I'm kind of curious if like the wind is making this happen. So sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's start with this. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Sorry. All right, let's do the foiled stuff first. This is the Farm Sampler, and I did pick it up in all 3 foil. Well, I say 3. I usually get the like traditional gold. It's not like too warm of a gold, where it is like a, I don't know, like a hot. I call it a hot gold. I think if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So I feel like it's a pretty neutral ask. It's a little bit more on the warmer side or hotter side, but not like overly, if that makes sense. So I fell in love with these scenes. Like, look at that farm scene down there, the sketch. I am obsessed with these like sketched scenes. This is its own sticker there. This, oh God, I just love all the sketched. This one, like, I'd love that in my backyard one day. And then the windmill, like so much fun details. And then they filled in some of the empty spots with some leaves, which I always appreciate when shops use the most space they can. So here it is in all the colors. And then the next one that I got is the pumpkin patch sampler. Again, in all 3 foil colors. This one has more pumpkin stuff, but like there's that sketch down at the bottom. Here is a farm with a windmill. Lots of little pumpkin, like clusters, and then individual pumpkins. Pumpkin patch sign, a wheelbarrow. Lots of fun details. Again, filled to the max, which I super appreciate. I think the kit I'm going to use for us going to the pumpkin patch is in rose gold. So, so why I picked it up. I probably should have picked it up too. Okay, and then this is the pumpkin foil quotes. Usually this goes with a non-foil, like this pairs nicely with one of their non-foiled ones, and I'll show that in like right after I show this one. So it has all kinds of fun quotes. I've been really loving pulling these in throughout my like season. So there was like a lavender one that I pulled in, and that I've been using for spring that I'm currently planning. So I really, really enjoyed this sheet. It just makes it very easy to pull in, like to whatever, like Happy Harvest. It's fall, y'all. That can go in any fall sheet. Fall is proof that change is beautiful. Again, like these quotes can go into any and add like just like, especially when you're doing all these things overlapping. I just love pulling in some of these like quotes. Okay, and then this, oh, I should pull one of these back up. So this is the non-foiled version here. So it kind of just pairs pretty nicely with it. So although they're like this has that outline in like that brown color, this is not outlined. So you could overlap them if you wanted, like play some with shadowing, like putting this over top of that one. So there's just a couple of different options that you can do. It's nice that they offer both of them. And then the deco sometimes is different. So like, yes, there's leaves there, but like they didn't put a foiled pumpkin there. So some of the like little extras are a wee bit different, but I don't know, it's really nice and I love that they do that. Okay, so here are the journaling pieces, and I mostly got I didn't get the like weekly kit for this one. I just got the journaling, except for like one page, which is nice that they offer the a la carte option. All right, hold on, let me get these out. I'm trying to do some semblance of an order, and I still think I messed up. Okay. What happens, okay, when you do like a stories on YouTube or on Instagram and then like come to do the haul? Okay, these are the scenic swatches, and during this release they also introduced this inverse option for some of their sheets, not all of them, so that it makes it really nice when you're going to like, it's a couple of options. So if you're journaling, it makes it really easy to do like Dutch doors. So you can put an image, and I'll show you, maybe I'll just go ahead and show you now. So this is an example. All right, so here is a deco sheet. And it's going like, this girl is on this side, on the left side, holding the pumpkin like firmly in her right hand. And then this is the inverse, where she's now, it looks like she's holding it in her left hand. So if you wanted to, you could put this at the edge, or like towards the edge of your journal. And then on the back side, put this one so that when you flip them, like it's a mirror image on both sides, so that when you go to cut around to make the Dutch door, it matches perfectly. So you're not trying to find some weird thing to fill in the gap there. So it's really nice as far as the journaling side goes, but also really nice if you are doing a weekly too, because then there's something that you felt like would be better on one side, like flowing into the spread, than the other. Like, I feel like this could be nice up at the date cover part of your spread, like where the month goes. So it's like flowing into the spread, versus if this was the regular way that it was, it would be facing the other way and wouldn't like flow as nicely. That is my opinion. I just really like things to flow like into the spread. So that's, again, just my thoughts. All right, so that is the deco. This was the scene. Lots of cute little scenes in there too. Here are the big scenes. I love that bridge. So cool. This is like you're traveling into the pumpkin patch, and ours is very much in the country, so that's kind of perfect. And then just a forest scene with the beautiful leaves. Like, I love this one too. So this one is on washi paper. This one was on washi. These were on premium matte, and this was on washi. Sorry, I sometimes forget to like say it. So this one's on washi, but I also got it in premium matte just because I wanted to have different options. I like my options. But yeah, so love all the fall colors and how it's like watercolor as well. Really very, very pretty. Also, I think one of my reasons for getting this is because I felt like it was kind of a neutral fall like colorway, and I could put that at the bottom of maybe potentially another spread, like another fall spread. Okay, so I got the floral. They offer like a floral bundle, and it's 4 sheets, and I got it on premium matte. So you get the bouquet. You get the large floral corners in like this pack. Like, if you get it, you don't save any, it just makes it easier, so you're not individually putting these 4 sheets in. Sometimes I really like that option, but sometimes I'm like, oh, I want this sheet in washi, and then I want this sheet in premium. So sometimes it doesn't save me, because I'm very like, I don't want to say I'm particular, but I do like things in different paper types for different reasons. Okay, so that was the floral bundle. And then here is the large tree scenes. Again, I picked this up in premium and in washi paper because I thought they were pretty neutral. Like the leaf pile can go into different spreads, like fall spreads for me, all these leaves and stuff. So wanted to pick them up in both. I'm gonna not put that behind so you guys can see without something behind it. It's just like the watercolor on the washi paper. Like I can't get over that. I feel like it's so stunning. Like right in there. It's so pretty. Okay. All right. I also picked up their color wash pumpkin like plaid that they had on washi paper so that I could tear it any way I wanted for my journal. If I'm not mistaken, I picked this up instead of getting the, well, I did two things. I picked this one up too, but I picked this up instead of getting the torn paper washi sheet that they have that's on like this size sheet in the decorative kit. In lieu of getting like the torn paper washi one, I got this, and then also picked up this to kind of have some journaling elements. So sometimes I feel like I'll get more use out of this and I can tear it any way I want versus picking up one that I can't do that with, obviously. So sometimes I'm just trying to share my thoughts and maybe some ways to save money. Again, maybe because this is still a lot. All right, and then there's another inverse page. This was the journaling number 2. So here is what you would get regularly. That girl's cute with her scarf. And the bench with the books, and you know I like bikes, and that's why. And then here's the inverse. Okay, and then these were also they went more towards the kit format, like the weekly kit, but I picked them up because I like to have different sizes of florals when I'm doing my like journaling. Part of me is wanting to do this more with my actual like bullet or sticker journal that I'm using, that I do just months with, not my daily journal. So I wanted to have more options in that for that. But then I'm also thinking I can use this for my daily one too. I also did it in transparent matte, the like bouquets. And then I did pick this one up. It was the only thing I got from the kit, again, because they do a la carte. And I like having box pages or boxes in my monthly to like label like my currentlies. So because they offer it, I picked it up. And I really like their box page because it's very minimal, like it's not foiled, and I'm okay with that because then I can use this with whatever color I want. And also like I can go with different spreads too if I so choose. Okay, and then the last thing I got from this kit were the bottom washies, and I did get it in transparent matte, or sorry, washi paper. I keep saying transparent matte, I mean washi paper. Sorry guys. Washi paper, and I got the it in premium as well. Okay, I totally went overboard in like purchasing for this one, but I adored this kit so much, or this collection so much, and was very excited to bring it into my journal. I think I'm going to use it for September, so I am like definitely behind because it's August. Or sorry, not August. I always do that. October. I say August sometimes, and I mean October. Okay, and then I picked up a few things for the for the Firefly kit, which I'm so excited to use this kit. I cannot wait. I'm basically done with my son's first year of his life, and that was my goal, is to finish that out. So I'm gonna start jumping around. I think I might start doing some like more current like 2024 stuff, but also like throw in some of my 2023. So it's just like I'm gonna kind of do my own thing, do what I want to do. Now that I'm kind of caught up. So if I'm feeling like I want to do a current one, I'm gonna do it. So here is the weeks. So this is kind of cool. I've been playing around with these a little bit more, like ones that are full, but you can also, if you find like a good space, can cut it so that it like isn't all the whole thing across, depending upon how you want to use it. So if you have like a B6 and you want to trim it down, you can. There is like space, like semi-natural spacing within these that make it pretty seamless. So, and I love that that they use all of their spacing, because they're like, that is not attached to any of that, nor or those. So it just makes it really nice and easy. These were new when they brought them out. I got two because I love the trees, and I really adore these lights, and I'm hoping I have enough in my collection that I can do a fun like date cover section or some kind of something with these. I'm so excited to plan this one. And the other thing that I'm also really intimidated, because there have been so many people with such beautiful sheets, or spreads. Sorry, I was like, so I was so excited and talking that I didn't really show the whole thing. So there's that cute girl on there. I also really like those as well. I could use a whole sheet of these, seriously, like not foiled, just like yeah, I could just use a whole sheet of those. And I also really like the like ladybugs on these. So fun. Okay, sorry. Here are the large scenic swatches. This one semi reminds me of the Princess, the Frog and the Princess and the Frog, the Disney movie, where they like the Bayou. That like part of that movie. Here are some bouquets. They're a little bit larger, and then again, those fireflies and dragonflies are in this, so that makes it fun because I'll be able to like, kind of sprinkle those throughout. Here is the large corners. Again, this was the pack that I got, like the floral pack, the 4 pages. Here are the edges. And then this one is the washi. Okay, so that is the firefly that I got. And then these were their fall colorway, and I'm pretty sure, I'll probably put something up on the screen, that they still have this up in the shop. I don't think that's gone away. All right, I will go over the gingham first. So this is a fun, different take on a colorway too for fall. So, all right, here is Rust. Here is Gourd, and I love their naming too. Their summer one was like all fruit themed. Forest. Oops, that one fell on the floor. Fog. Pine cone. And a licorice, which is kind of like a black, which they being Jess, sorry, I'm trying to pick up the one I dropped. Jess of Luscious Plans a while back had done a gingham like sidebar situation, and I think everybody fell in love with it, and so I am not surprised that people were wanting it to come to the shop, so I'm glad she obliged all of us. Okay, so that is the gingham colorway. And then I did pick up I did it in both because I am extra. So this was in washi. Sorry, I don't think I said that. That was in washi. And then I did this also in washi and in, so this is washi and this is transparent matte. So I think I will do like a little bit of a color comparison because it is a bit different. So just know that, and I am okay with that. Like, because I got these intentionally because I was like, oh, it's just like a variation, like on a different color in my mind. Like, we pick up all these swatches and all these different colors, so why not do that? And they also, to me, look a little different, like on the page. So one thing about transparent matte and why I do love, like, I do love transparent matte for alcohol ink, and I think it is my preference, is because when you can lay them over top of each other and you can see through them. Washi paper, it's not as transparent. It's a more semi-transparent, and so you don't get that like fun overlapping feel with the washi paper. So I know some shops are just like strictly going towards washi paper now, but I'm still hoping they might do some alcohol ink swatches. Okay, so here is Russ, and I'm gonna do it like this. Sorry, you guys don't know what I'm doing, but I don't like having something underneath of them because I feel like it takes away. Okay, so transparent matte is on this side, washi paper is on this side. This is Rust. The next one is Gourd. Next we have Forest. That one isn't too far off, if I'm being honest. And then we have Fog. This one seems like a little bit more green. This one seems a little bit more blue. Pinecone. That one seems very close. And then a Licorice. Also seems pretty close. So excited. All right, so that is my first part of my haul. That was one order that I got from them. I do PR, so I get like some monies to go spend on all of their lovely, lovely deco, or stickers. Sorry, not deco, I meant stickers. So very fortunate. I love their shop so much. They're so creative and just very lovely people. I'm very, very honored to be on their shop, as well as like so many others. Like, I am truly, truly honored. Okay, so Danny 15 to save 15% off, and you can put my name in the notes for my freebie. I'm not exactly sure why I'm saying this because I have another one coming up. But yeah, so I'm gonna clear this stuff and then get the other one set and ready to go. Okay, got the next one, and our next like setup. You're not seeing doubles. This is the smaller alcohol ink version. And then I picked up in the fall colorway, and then also the like washi sampler. So I'll go over that when we get there, and then something else and that. But this was their Trick or Treat, which is like super nostalgic, Halloween. Love it so much. Very excited. Okay, here's my freebie again. And then this is, again, the fall one. This one is in the light gold, so, or the modern gold. This was the email freebie. And, okay, so here's the kit. I did get the kit in this one because I totally plan on using it for 2024. And then picked up a bunch of the journaling stuff for this one. Also hoping to use some of it in a journal. And then the like basics. So I will go over the kit first, and I will pull out my planner like insert that I use so that you guys can get a good comparison for like sizing and such. Okay, so oh my gosh, this is so, I love this so much. It's in gold. I thought the gold would pop a little bit more. You could have you had options for this one, so I thought the gold would pop way more with the blacks and stuff. So that's why I went with that one. So in this one, you have spider web in the corner of the porch scene, which is just like walking up to ring the doorbell, and then there's a cat washi box. Here is a little ghost. Walking down the like sidewalk, there is lighting, or it's like foiled spots, but it kind of looks like lighting, and then pumpkin lights. This says trick or treat with the broomstick and the cat that looks like a little witch. Kids at the door ringing the bell, and like little ghosts. I love this one so much with the foiled face and the black pumpkin, and I love that they chose black because in this one you have the orange pumpkin, and this is just kind of like treats galore in the kitchen with some decoration. So fun. And then this one says Happy Halloween, which it's kind of fun that you have two, so you could definitely put one that could mark your Halloween for that day or the week. Like in the week, you could totally just mark that, and then you don't have to worry about putting it down. I find sometimes with holidays, depending upon the holiday, it's so busy that I'm always like, oh yeah, I need to like label that day or whatever, and then don't have enough room. So that kind of solves that for me. And then this girl and that bat sweater and her hat. So cool. And then you have the swatches down at the bottom, which gives us a peek into the colorway, which is on the next page. Well, more prominent on the next page. So you have like two different kinds of orange, black, and that like olive-y color. And I already talked about this, but I do truly love their box page, and they add some deco at the top. So if you can't get all of the add-ons, or like for whatever reason, they have you covered. They are offering their washi paper in extended washi, which you guys know I am a huge fan of, so definitely picked it up on that. There are bats. I don't know why I turned it the other way, sorry. There are bats there. They have washi strips here. I love the cobwebs and the black in the back, and dates of the week. And you get laced their lace. I say there because I feel like it's pretty unique to their shop, or like just every shop has their own like lace that they use. Here is the ink, alcohol ink swatches, and again they pulled in that cobweb into the black, so that, I don't know, it's very cool to me. And here is the journaling number 2, and I did get it in the inverse. Whether I use it in my journaling or in the kit, like I have options. Look at those cute little kids. And I really adore this walkway with the pumpkins on the side. Again, great use of space. Yes, this is upside down, but it doesn't bother me. I'd rather have them use up the space. And that means like putting it upside down, totally fine with it. There's also like candy, like kind of throughout. So sprinkling that around. And then here it is, sorry, it's like stuck in the inverse, so opposite way. All right, and then I picked up the floral page for the kit, and these typically are a little bit smaller in scale in comparison with some of the other like add-ons and stuff, but it is relatively in line with what they offer. Maybe a little bit smaller, I guess, or bigger than this, but it's relatively scaled semi-closely to that. The one on the box page is definitely like a little bit smaller, but it's not like super big in difference. Okay. I'll still leave this, I guess, as a background, but what I do want to do is I want to leave some of this off to the side because I got it in washi paper, some of it, so that way you can like not have to see the other stuff behind it as I'm flipping, or like if I put this here, you can't, I don't know, I see it, but I don't know if anybody else cares. Okay, so here are some of the scenes. I appreciate this one is a different scene here. This one is inverse. This is a different scene down here. This one is also inverse of the one on the page. So really nice that they give you those options. Here are the kitties. This is on washi paper. I did do the inverse. It's kids again, but these are two different kids. Sorry. Let me show you. So there's like two different sets of kids. Okay. A different path. It looks very similar. So some very similar stuff, but enough difference where it's not going to be like, oh, it's like it coordinates, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, and then the large scenes, I did get this one in inverse too. My guess is that this was too long if they turned it this way and like the scale of what they wanted to do. So they needed to like kind of put it at an angle, which again, I don't care as long as, and it is about 2 full boxes in length. So if you wanted to trade out a full box, you could, or do like a sidebar situation where you have that like house on the bottom because it's like kiss cut. These are more swatchy looking, but this is kiss cut or contour cut as it is technically called. So that one is contour cut. Okay, I got this on premium matte as well. Apparently I could not help myself, you guys. This kit is just so good, and I just love Paper Trail Plan so much. Okay, and there's more of these. I did pick up the washi. This is the sheet that I was talking about on the last kit, or the last collection that I got, the pumpkin collection, where I didn't pick up this version because I had the sheet, the washi paper sheet that I picked up. So I opted not to get this one and the other one, but did get it in this one. I can't remember. I think it was more of this, and my preference was more of these. So I think that's why I picked this one up, if I remember myself correctly. So this is the washi paper paper type, and then I did that because that's how I normally can tell is the clear backing. And then this one is the premium matte. Okay. Also picked this up. I just did the one side, but in premium matte, because I think my reasoning is this is going to go more for my weekly kit, and then the other that's on the washi paper is going to go more in my journal. Okay, so you picked up these 4 on washi paper. So here's the bouquets. This one is the like washi page, the floral washi. The edges and the corners. And I also got them on premium matte, again, for the reasons I told you. So corners. I guess I don't need to like individually do it because it's edges, because you don't see through this one. Washi. It was out of order because I did do a quick one on stories, so that's not in the same order. And the bouquets. I'm also not afraid to mix and match in I know like there are like, I don't know, I'm not afraid to mix and match. paper types, I mean. This one I did get on transparent matte. I think it was mostly because, transparent matte, okay. I'm glad I got it on transparent matte. So I think because of the see-through ability, I don't know if that makes sense, of the transparent matte, so that's why I didn't get it on washi. And I did get it on premium matte, which I normally get this page on premium matte because of this in particular. I knew it would be solid and it might be fun to put things up underneath of it. I don't know. I just thought that might be a fun thing to play off of. So that's why I got it in transparent matte, not washi paper, and not premium matte. But I love all the details. I love these so much. And the Sanderson sisters, like, I just got myself a sweatshirt that's like Sanderson's Brewing Company, and it looks kind of like either coffee or alcoholic beverage brewing. So it's kind of fun, and I'm now like loving that sweatshirt so much. And then I adore how they're doing these monthly sections. Are really kind of revamping it and making it super unique. I am going to go ahead and jump into this other really cool thing that they're doing and that I've been like really wanting shops to do. So yes, this can be in your journal. You can use this sheet as, or you can use, this is probably not the best collection to give this as an example because this is very much an October collection, right? But on some of the other ones, you could play with it, like if it's a summer theme kit and it's beach, you could use it anytime in summertime or whenever, May, June, or July, or August. You can use it any of those times. So that it'll make sense on one of those collections versus this one, which is very much an October themed one. But they are changing up this so that you can use the Polaroid any way you want. And so this is cut out in the middle, and you can put this like in that spot. So this fits perfectly in that spot. But if this wasn't like super October themed, you could put whatever month you wanted. So they are now offering these calendars in like all the foil colors. I did get it in black and white just because we're almost at the end of 2024, and I just figured it would be nice to have it for whatever and what I wasn't going to be able to use it in all of the I wasn't going to be able to use it for the rest, like for the whole year, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry. Even though I'm behind, this is more for my journal, is again what I'm trying to say. So I picked it up because I am still working on September, October, November, and then like I will be working on December, but I don't know what foils I want to use, so I just got it black and white. But it's just, and they're coming out with a 2025 one, so I will pick that one up probably in all the foil colors and maybe even black and white because I am extra. So yeah, so that is the intention of like that box there. And then you can choose what type of font you want, whether you want like the special cursive or the, like more typewriter or like, what are these like italicized fonts? I don't know. I'm not a font person. Or if you wanted to put a banner and then do a foiled one over top, you could. So just lots of fun options and then cute little deco. They're just so clever. I adore their minds. Okay, and then I picked up, I want to say it was reserved, but I also feel like, you know, I'm still extra. Okay, I only got all of these things, and I didn't even get all of them, but I got some of them. I have 2 Halloween kits I'm going to use, because there were so many good Halloween kits this year, like, ridiculous. But I was able to like control myself and I picked up 2 and they are in gold, which is this kit, and then the other one is Dash of Sun, which I will be showing in this haul, and that one is silver. So I didn't pick up the whole collection because some of it won't vibe with the Ghostly Gatherings collection, because this one, well, and I see that I picked it up. This one has a little bit more cutesy stuff, which doesn't super vibe with the Ghostly Gatherings, but I also liked like the broomstick and the witches' hats and like the cat and stuff. So I thought some of it and this and the owl and the like, so some of it did vibe with the Ghostly Gatherings, but most of this vibes with this kit. Obviously, that's because they created it. So that's why I picked it up in both. But some of the foil stuff you'll see I just picked up in gold, because I again got it to match this kit. Where like if you saw in my last haul, I picked up like all 3 colors for the pumpkin one, because that can go through the whole season of the whole season. Okay, so this one I just picked up in gold. The fall season is what I was trying to say. Sorry. This one I just picked up in gold. I love the little faces because you can put them on the pumpkins. So fun. Yeah, and this matches the decorations that were in the full box page in the kitchen. Here, this matches the transparent mat that I had. Oh, gosh, I'm so excited. I love this so much. I really love these, like the signs. I don't know why. 100% that witch. I love that. I love that quote. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited to play with this. I did pick up one of each of these, because I don't really have a whole lot of gold spiderweb stuff. I do have more silver, but I don't have a lot of gold. So I wanted to make sure I had some to pull into this spread. So that's why, and they're 2 different ones. One is the large, spiderweb's large, and then this one is a spiderweb sampler. I did pick up the large in silver as well. I am gonna move this out of the way because the next thing is the basics collection, and I want to show you guys that next. Okay. So I know you guys I just showed you this colorway already, but this is the smaller alcohol inks version. And let me just grab so that you guys can kind of see the difference in sizing. Okay, so here is the 2 different sizing. For the smaller version, I did just pick it up in transparent matte this time around, but so you can see the larger one's quite large and the smaller one is relatively smallish. So that is the difference in the 2 sheets, the large versus the, it's not called small, it's just called alcohol inks swatches, and then the other one's called large. But just so that you guys know the difference. These are still in the shop. I think, again, I will have already put it up. So you will have already seen whether or not this colorway is still in the shop. So this is Rust. Here is Gourd. Forest. Fog. Pinecone. And Licorice. And then I also got it in the washi sampler. I love the washi sampler. I don't want to say complaint because it's not really a complaint, but I really want them to offer these in the extended. So I'm hoping that they'll start offering it in the extended. That would be lovely. Okay, so this is on premium matte. The last one was on transparent. I already said that, but this one is on premium matte because majority of the time when I'm using it like as a base. And like I'll layer stuff on top of it. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so this one is Rust. Gourd. And there are, I think you can see the cut lines, but there are, this is an updated version of their previous one. So here is like the thin strip size. This is like the next size up, the medium size. And you get 4 of each. And then here is like their larger size, which the previous sheet, like these were fairly large, and then I feel like this size was about the same. Maybe this one's a little bit smaller, and then I feel like this one is probably about the same. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I only think they offered like 2 of this size, the large size one. Here is Forest. Fog. Definitely looks more blue, like on the premium map. And then here is Pinecone. And the Licorice definitely looks a little bit more gray. I don't know if that has to do with the like if the printer was like running out of like ink or whatever. Gray, it's a really dark gray, so it still could go with a lot of kits and stuff. So I'm not mad about it. All right, so that is my second order from them, and I am they are getting ready to release this really cool like Christmas themed kit. It's not like a full on kit. By the time this goes up, it will already have shown, so I'm not like spoiling anything. But it's like a journaling themed one, and they said that it didn't take them very long to create this, so they're going to hopefully do more journaling stuff in the future, like make just like smaller collections and not necessarily do a weekly kit version, but just like smaller ones. And you guys, this one kit, it's Christmas themed, and it is so cool. Like there are so many cool elements to this. I am literally so excited for them to release this, and it'll like as of right now today, it'll be the next Friday. It is Saturday, the 19th, and they will release it next Friday, this upcoming Friday. So I am so excited for that. Okay, so that is this order. Again, Danny15 to save 15% off, and put my name in the notes for my freebie. And don't forget to sign up for their emails so you can get these freebies as well. And then all orders always get like a seasonal freebie. So, okay, that's it for Paper Trail Plans. Next on this haul, we have Dash of Sun. I adore her shop so much. She has such creative and unique stickers and kits, and just really likes to think outside the box, and I appreciate that. I do PR for her. This is my old freebie, like my fall freebie. We now have winter freebies out, and if you are interested, these are for sure in the shop, so you can definitely pick those up. And then some of this stuff was part of a fall collection. I can't remember which one now. So yeah, so those are on there, but now I have a winter one. Here is her journaling card with like her information on the back. I love this kit. I fell in love with this as soon as she started like telling me about it. So like her vision for this, and I don't even think I'm gonna explain it like exactly right, because she just had a really like clear vision for like what she wanted. So it's like a queen who is wanting a second chance and is like giving all the souls a second chance. So there's the queen down in that bottom, and I think that is such a stunning like foil detail with those lanterns with the spider webs. We have the mask, which I really love masquerade like masks. And the crown there, and then the seat with the crow and the crown on the throne, webs coming down from the chandelier. This is a double box scene where the ghosts are dancing, and she explained that the piano is like playing by itself, so there's musical tunes and floating candles, more spider webs. It also kind of looks like the ceiling is either like magic, kind of like the Harry Potter, one I envision, where it's like you can see the sky, or maybe it's like open. I don't know, but it kind of looks like the sky up above. This is an invitation with the quill pen, the feather quill pen. Here is the castle with the trees, and she foiled some of the moon, and there's some bats. Here is just kind of a fun, it plays well off of this one, and like the coloring on that one and the lace. And then we as a PR team kind of helped with this one, which was fun. At first she had like those mirrors in there, but I think we all felt like lanterns would be a better vibe, and we collaborated on like a sword and the fences, so it was fun kind of working as a team to come up with that box. And that like Chelsea's like wanted to listen and get our input was really nice too. There are 9 dividers on here with the spider webs. This is in silver, in case like I feel like it's very obvious that it's in silver, but just wanted to say it. Here is her box page. Chelsea's collections, you can get a la carte, so you can get anything that you want like on its own. So if you just wanted like the full boxes, you could totally just use that. If you want the boxes, do that. She has a really good box page as well. Lots of mini boxes, circles, some swatches. She even put some lace dividers on the page. She was one of the first shops that I know of that had like incorporated the extended washi, which again, you all know that I appreciate. This is so cool. This is a fence, and it's contour cut, and on the fence, so it kind of is like that gated, I don't want to say gated, like stone fence that you might find like in a castle setting. So it plays very well, or like in a graveyard. And I'm hoping that it's picking up, but there are like cracks in it and also spider webs. Hoping that's picking up. And then this is foiled, the florals, and then she has that lace. This is a torn washi strip there. And then you have torn edges. She does a good job of like making it so that you have one for each corner. And this one is like split down the middle, just FYI. And then your date covers, or date, it's not dots, date covers, date headers. Here is her alcohol ink. Because the colors in this kit were pretty unique, I wanted to pick up hers. I feel like reds and blues can be pretty hard to match, I feel like, so I wanted to pick that up. And then here it is in black. All right. I think I'm gonna go over this. Hold on. Okay. I also picked up another kit, and I picked up half of that collection. I was out of town when that collection came out, and so I totally missed the sale. And I also really want to get the is it Crimson, her like fall festival one. I'm definitely picking up that one too, so I need to go back and pick up that. Kind of hoping that there's a Black Friday sale with that stuff, so that way I can maybe save some money. Okay, so let me go over the bigger sheets first. All right, so here are her florals. Some little pieces, as well as some bouquets that have some pretty good flow in them. She has this journaling page 2 with some floral washi, bottom washi. I picked this one up in premium matte, just because of some of the other elements. Like I guess this one could have gone either way. She does a fun job of like putting things in here to layer, and I think like you can put some foiled something in there, and that would be like really cool. And then it's cut out in the middle of those right there, so that's really cool. This I love, and it plays really well off of that full box. Here is like a scene of like going into the graveyard. Just some really fun elements here. And then here is the full length. She calls it full length. I have always just kind of gone as extended washi because it's like extending out, but she calls it full length. So because it goes I feel like I've explained this, but just in case you're new, so it goes the full length of the sheet, so you know that. Sorry, my purpose for it is that I want it, like when I have rings, I like to like pull my papers out and like they kind of connect a little bit better. So like when you're creating a spread, you can have them kind of connect at the bottom so it feels a little bit more cohesive, or at least that is my intention of it. Also, I feel like with some journaling stuff, like having the extension is really nice too, because like that way it can go maybe the full height of a page. Anyways, that's just some like other reasons maybe to have this kind of washi. Loving this lace. This is another floral option here. The trees with the lanterns down at the bottom. She's just, and then this is a scallop. I really do always enjoy a good scallop something, whatever it is. I am very partial to scallops. Okay, so that was like the main kit collection. And that's like her like actual weekly kit is 3 pages. So that was these 3 pages. And then everything else was an add-on, but you can get each of these individually. So if you wanted to pick this up, like 2 of these, you could do that. This also comes in like regular, not extended size. So she offers it in both. And the same thing with this is that it's offered in like just like from here to here, if that is your preference. And then all these things were extras. She a lot of times also has been doing like a decorative collection to go along with her kits, so that's what this is. And she also offers a foiled add-on. So here I feel like this plays really nicely with the theme of the kit. There's the queen. She is just stunning. Here is like a spooky castle, like shadow scene. The throne, some trees. There is the window. I love these lanterns with the spiders and stuff. And then some musical notes. Really, really fun. Okay, and I pull, like I have the Paper Trail Plans ones as well that I picked up. Also, I have a lot of others from other shops, like Spiderwebs. So, okay. So here are the large bouquets. That was on premium matte. This one is on transparent. Mostly I got it, well, 2 reasons I got this one on transparent. The webs, the spider webs, and then the ghosts. I would have really, really, really loved to have like almost a full sheet of like dancing ghosts. Not necessarily like this couple, because then it would just be repetitive, but like different versions of ghosts that are dressed up, because you could create like a whole bottom like dancing scene, or maybe even like in the graveyard. So that like I kind of wish. But here are some of the mirrors. She did add them in their spooky versions, which is cool. Yeah, Chelsea just did a really good job and had such a fun vision for this kit. I also got that one in the premium mat just to have some more spider webs. This one is the scenes. This one's on transparent mat. I just adore that she's giving you so many different options that aren't necessarily, like, none of these are duplicates in the kit, these scenes. Because I can't help myself, I got myself more bottom washi. So her version has like a taller and then like a thinner line. And then the edges. Okay, so that is what I got for the gathered layers one, or gathered, sorry, the ghostly gathering, sorry. Yeah, so that is the ghostly gatherings. I'm gonna now go into the other kit that I got. I think I've already said I got only part of this kit because I had already spent too much on the ghostly gatherings. And so, but I was like, I need to, she just keeps coming out with great kits and I'm going to have to bite the bullet at some point. Because like bite the bullet and buying more than one at one time because she just keeps coming out with great kits. She just came out with another great one, Christmas theme one, the night before Christmas theme, and it's adorable and it's perfect for if you have children. If you don't, if you're just like nostalgic for that, like being young again, it's also great for that. But anyway, so this is Aspire. Like I 1000% love this kit so much. I love the colors, I love the florals, I love like her trace, like that. I don't even know if it's picking up, but that trace playground scene. I helped her come up with this full box and I love it so much. The background, there's some details in here that are really fun. The kids going into the building, really cool. Just some awesome. Every accomplishment starts with the decision to try, is the quote. And then there's some grid down the bottom. I love this so much. Okay. Here is, and the reason why I don't always pick up, even though I'm a teacher, I don't always pick up school kits. One, I felt like a lot of them were starting to just become the same kind of kit. I just don't think there was a whole lot of art out there. But this year, since I started at a new school, I thought it would be nice to have a like way of marking that. My son also came with me to this new school, so it was his first time. So anyways, here is the box page. The colors, again, I love a teal and a pink, and the peach, light blue. This color combination is really, really pretty. She, one of her ideas was this bottom washi that's like chalk and like kids drawing outside. And I, like, when she showed me this, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so adorable. So all of these foiled things are kind of meant to look like chalk like writing. So like this cloud looks like chalk writing, the tic-tac-toe board, these stars, what is that called? Hopscotch also looks like, just so cute. And then she has some non-foiled ones that kind of look like chalk as well, and then actual chalk sitting there. So cool. There's that lace. I think she did a good job of pairing this as like just a plain instead of, so that way it stands out. And then the peach lace and the light blue torn washi. Here is your torn paper, and then the days. This one is in rose gold. I know I have not said that. So this is a 3-page kit. So I got that, and then I'm got a few other things. And then we'll need to pick up the rest of it at another point in time. So here are the florals. I think I didn't do any of the decorative collection. I just focused on getting what I wanted for like the bigger sheets plus the foiled pieces. So here is the florals. I did not pick up the alcohol ink this time around because I felt like I do have a pretty good collection of this colorway already. So I thought, hopefully I don't regret that choice. I should probably look and make sure before I put in the next order. But here, isn't that adorable? And this is cut. This is an extended in case, like, I feel like if you know a shop's offering it, you know that I'm getting it in extended. Because again, to me, like, even if I choose not to do it the whole length, I can, like, it's easier in my mind to cut it off. Like, it's easy for me to cut it and trim it down if I wanted to. But I don't always know or have visions for what I want to do going into a kit. Sometimes I just like need to be in the moment planning. But this, to me, gives me more options because I can always trim it down. It's really hard to kind of create an extension with a lot of these. I really have to get kind of creative or use like, if I have, this is not a great, like this one is really hard to kind of create an extension on. But like something like this, I would have to probably put like florals on the edge, like the bigger bouquet florals like on the edge, or do the torn washi. Okay, so here I have pushed it all the way to the edge and then added florals on the side, like the larger bouquet florals on this one. On this one, I again pushed it to the middle, like because it would have ended on either side. So I pushed it this way and put like the torn washi on the side. I think it was showing a little bit, so I had to put some kind of foil behind it so that it would extend it out. But I also wanted it to match on either side, so I had to do some finagling with that one. It just takes a little bit more brain power than sometimes I'm like ready for. There is one where I've done it the other way. So here's another one where I put it on the sides, but where I've pushed it to the sides and then put something in the middle. Maybe I've done that more at the top than I have at the bottoms, which is a thing. This is one where I've done kind of that, where I pushed it to the outsides of the spread and then done something in the middle, because that's a thing too. And this one is up on my channel if you want to see me do this one. So, so yeah, those are some examples of like what you can do if you don't have the extended washi. I just feel like it takes a little bit more thought and more like stickers versus just putting this down and being like, oh, I want to trim it, and like just trimming it. So that seems a little easier to me. So that's why I've been really loving the washi, the extended washi. So yeah. Okay. And then I picked up this, which is the like school grade. I'm not exactly sure which one I'm going to use. So like Kylan started 3rd grade. Where's 3rd grade? 3rd grade here. Holden's not in pre-kindergarten, but like he's in daycare. So I don't really have one for that, but that's okay. And then like me starting my new school year. So I may like put that in for Kylan on the actual day of the week. But there were like on the decorative sheets, is like one that has a chalkboard that like you could totally put this on. Like that was my suggestion to her, is like, oh, it'd be fun to have like a chalkboard where you can put this on. So that might be what I do. I wanted to pick these up because she has a like summary kit that had these mirrors, and I totally wanted to pick it up for that. So that's this one. It was in gold, that's why I said this one. But I wanted to pick them up in all of them, so I got them in all of them. I also really want to pick up her corners where my freebie is. And there was a few other like foiled elements. So like on top of like all the kits that I want to get, I need to pick up a bunch of foil from her too. She's also one of the only shops currently that offers an extended washi foiled version, especially the like garland type. She's the only shop that I know of that has the extended garland. So if you're interested in any of that, you can always use my code Danny10 to save. And then this is the last thing to show you guys, but this is the washi that goes, or this is the foiled sampler that goes with Aspire. This matches her bottom washi that she had, the thinner strip. So I like that brush stroke. And there's a lot of other shops that have like a brush stroke too, so I'd probably pull that in. Like Panda Bear Design has the corners, so that would probably go really well with this kit. The school bus, this classroom, the slide and swings, really cute. She also has like a kid versions, like foiled from the shop, like these kinds of kids in her shop. Like a sheet of boys and a sheet of girls. So I definitely want to pick that up as well. So that is what I've gotten so far of the Aspire kit. And then I've gotten this one, I gathered. This one was on sale when I picked this up, so that's why I got all of this one. And then we'll need to finish picking up this one probably this weekend, probably later today, because it's Sunday and the sale goes down if I'm getting that Christmas kit, which I am. So here's my freebie again, Danny 10 to save 10% off. And then you can put my name in the notes for my new freebie. I don't know why I'm like continuing to show you this one because it's no longer available. So anyways, love her shop, love her. Make sure you shop in Dash of Sun and put my name in the notes. Up next and potentially last for my October haul, even though I know I have some more stuff coming in and it's definitely towards the end-ish, middle end of the month, but I already know this is like an hour and something long, like over an hour long. So I am sure that this will be plenty long enough, ending on this one. So I'm probably just gonna go ahead and call it that this one is the last one for this haul. And this is the Pretty Pink Co. Mahek is fantastic. And she's been doing so many collabs with Paper Crown Planner. This is my current freebie. It's in gold and has lots of fall vibes. Really love this. I'm hoping that you guys get some good use out of it for your fall. And then this was her fall freebie that she has for all orders. She made an announcement that she was closing down, or not closing down, but taking down, that's what I mean, taking down all of her summer collections. So if you wanted to pick them up, you had to go like now. And then there was a bunch of like last chance for some foiled deco. So I went ahead and picked some more up that I knew I wanted. So there's that. Let's go over this kit, Carnival. I've been so obsessed with the Carnival kits lately. Okay, so my intention with this, and I'm going to be real honest, is I wanted to save a little bit of money because I bought a bunch of summer, like the week before this, I bought a bunch of summer collection stuff, and this was like my last one that I needed to, but was trying to like budget it out. And then she made the announcement that she was taking them down. I was like, oh, guess I have to get it now. But in order to save, I do have the ability to print cut and like foil my own stickers. So in Paper Crown Planner's shop, she has a matching set that goes with it. It's not the exact same. So this formatting, she has a different format in her shop. And so I wanted to pick up the kit from the Pretty Pink Co, but there's some add-ons and stuff that are very similar, and so I'm going to go ahead and pick up the add-ons from the Paper Crown Planner and be able to print them myself. So I didn't pick up all the add-ons for this one, but I will do that when I go to plan this one. So I'll cut and print all those. I don't think any of it has to do with foiling, so I won't have to foil. But here is Carnival, and it is in silver. I feel like these florals have been pretty popular, and I can totally see why. I love this girl and the what's this called? Roller coaster. I kept having coaster in my head, but I could not remember the other word. Roller coaster. In the background, and the balloons is really cute. The Admit one, it might be really fun to pull in some like tickets for this collection. My only caveat to that is a lot of the tickets that I have are really like a dark brown, and this is such a light and airy kit that might be hard to pull in the darker. So I'll have to maybe see what I have in my collection. I know that Letters to Apollo just came out with some ticket versions of things, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Simple Paper also might have some ticket stuff. So I'm gonna have to see what I can do and to add in, because I think that would be a really fun element to pull in. This is like walking into the carnival with all the balloons and the sign. Here's kind of another like flat lay-esque type. I feel like these are the 3 flat lays, 2 floral pictures, and then 4 scenic boxes. Popcorn. Here is the Ferris wheel and some hot air balloons, so it could be fun to pull in some hot air balloons to this one as well. And then some clothing flat lay with the camera. There are some mini boxes down here. Sometimes I forget about those mini boxes, like on that page, so we'll have to remember. Here are some of the box page with some of the dividers. You get 3 different sets. I know that they've updated their format, so I don't recall if that has all of it like down here. I think it got moved, and I think it got moved to 2, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so here are those. There is some deco in this one, some more boxes, some journaling or like or torn paper options down here at the bottom, some swatches, icons. This page was not foiled. The last page, the box page, was foiled. I think that was probably clear. This page is foiled as well, and this is the bottom washi. I love the wash of color in the back. There is lace, days of the week. There's some habit tracker type stuff there. Here is the deco. This deco is not offered in her shop, so that's why I wanted to pick it up. But I love the merry-go-round, the like toy cart, the Ferris wheel with the merry-go-round, different florals, the 2 girls. Lots of fun things to play around with. And then here is the floral foiled sampler. So these match a lot of the garland throughout the kit. Some more hot air balloons, some balloons, cotton candy. That's adorable. It'd be so fun to put alcohol ink behind that. Some more tickets, some sparkles, that coaster. Oh my gosh, I love this ride so much. It's like the feel of the coaster, like going down, but you're getting more of it, and you're like this feel of weightlessness. And then the Ferris wheel and the merry-go-round, like a itty bitty baby merry-go-round. So lots of fun elements that I couldn't resist picking this one up. Okay, so that is the kit that I got from, the Pretty Pinko. Again, this one isn't in her shop, but if you have the ability to cut, you can take a look at Paper Crown Planner. Also, she was saying that these were like the last, like you needed to pick these up before they were out of the shop. I'm gonna go over these first because that seems fun and they're big and anyways, so here is the chalk. This would go so well with the Aspire kit from Dash of Sun. The chalk version, I think that'd be so fun to put in that kit. So I'm definitely thinking of doing that. Okay, so I got it in all, and I know this is not my first time getting these because I love them so much. And somebody has mentioned recently, I feel like it was Kat, Femarina Plans. She has mentioned that it would be nice. I mean, it is nice to have like all of the letters, but it would also be really nice if shops offered it in like the common letters of months or weeks, like days of the week, so that because mostly you're using that. Like I'm not often using Z, so the like reality, or I'm using like more than one A a lot of times. Like vowels are really they did, I will say, they did give you an extra set of vowels, so Z and then A-E-I-O-U. So she did give you an extra set of vowels, which is nice. But you like two R's or whatever, like most commonly used. So hopefully shops will start. Some shops might start doing that, but here are them in all three colors. And then I also got the alphabet one, so it's like more of a regular font. Did I not get it in rose gold? Interesting. I think I did pick it up in the like, no, that looks like the same. Very interesting. Okay. I wonder if that was a mistake or I don't know. Anyways. So these are the same gold, and normally I get her like traditional or hot gold because it's such a light gold in my opinion. Not like a light gold, but it's such a good neutral gold. It goes well with a lot of light colors. And then here it is in silver. She had them in small versions. So I picked it up in the three colors. And then here they are in the chalk board writing. I also think this would be so fun to put in like on chalkboard, like their Hello Petite paper had chalkboard, like a chalkboard sheet. That would be fun to put these on. I know some people have come out with like menu boards, and I use that in one of mine. So I think it'd be so fun to pull that in on that, especially the tiny ones. This one, the menu board, like that could be really fun to put those on that one. Let me see if I can find the, yeah, this is like the chalkboard that I was saying from Hello Petite paper. So putting the chalkboard font on the chalkboards. I am so creative. I'm teasing. So I'm just telling you more so where you can get some. The menu board was from the kit, which is a Miss Meow kit, and I would love for somebody to come out with more chalkboard menus. These are the frames and corners, so you do get a set of 4 like full box liners, and then you get like a set of 4 different corners, so you can mix and match. The corners could go on the corners of full boxes, they could go on your box page if you would like any of these. Shouldn't say any of them, but like you could trim them down if you wanted. So these are the dainty dot version, or the dainty versions, and then I also got them in the line version in the all colorways. These are still in the shop if I'm not mistaken, but I wanted to pick those up as well because I'm going through those very easily. And then there's been so many rainy like kits that have come out that I was like, well, let me just stock up. And these I think are no longer in the shop, but hopefully she'll bring them back in the springtime. Again, these fall, like I've seen so many fall winter kits, And a lot of times in the Pacific Northwest, it rains more than it snows. So very well could just pull in one of those rainy day kits for my winter. And I very well might, because there is a fall one that it's actually a Pretty Pinko kit that's a fall one, or technically it's fall, but I now just got the idea of maybe using it in the winter because I don't have very many slots left for my fall. Anyways, okay, so here is my order from the Pretty Pinko, and then the collab with Paper Crown Planner. Again, this is my freebie, Danny 15 to save 15% off. And put my name in the notes for my freebie, or you can get anybody if you're trying to collect them all, but you can always use Danny 15 to save. That is going to do it for my haul. Thank you guys so much. I am like so thankful for all of you and for joining me and continuing to come back. And let me know your thoughts down below if there's something more that you want to see in the channel. I'm hoping to bring another plan with me hopefully soon. I wanted to catch up on all of my haul stuff, which I think this will do it for me. But yeah, so that's it for now, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. Here are some other videos you can watch. Hope you enjoy.